sunrise. So hopefully you're here watching it with me. And the sun is just coming up. See that? What a beautiful morning in Vietnam. It's calm, the beaches, beach wave is nice. The tide is still going out, I believe. Actually, the tide is still going out. So the waves are calm, there's people on the beach, there's a couple way down there, getting some good morning sunrise shots in. Wow, just basically to hear and see the hustle and bustle of the morning. It's about past 6 a.m. there. And this morning I'm going to take you on a journey to try to find some breakfast. Yes, that is Nha Trang in the morning. Just taking a stroll along the beach. I'm going to be trying to do some lives more often while we're living abroad, just to answer questions I know for me about how did I make this happen, how do we decide to actually get going on this journey of just picking up everything, selling everything, and then coming here. Now that we're here, it's amazing that to actually think about that we're actually still living here. Like, I gotta pinch myself sometimes. So, but this morning, I said, I'm out and about, getting ready to get some breakfast. We're gonna go try to find some local breakfast. It is actually very busy on the beach this morning. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but you can see here all the local guys starting to set up all their umbrellas and chairs for the day. A lot of people exercising, moving already, so I'm going to try to get to work on doing this too. I usually like to hang for about 30 seconds to a minute or so. So if you don't know, I'm a fitness coach, and this is one of my top favorite exercises, this bar. And hopefully you're catching that sunrise in Nha Trang, Vietnam this morning. Look at this. Who doesn't want to be out here? And I mentioned that I'm trying to get some local breakfast, but this is one of the best pieces of equipment. It's just a bar. So if you have a chin-up bar or anything that you're doing at home, this is what I would recommend. I love just hanging from this thing. Hanging from this thing really helps decompress the spine. So for shoulder injuries, strength, everything in terms of just overall body function and body physiology and health. Get yourself a chin-up bar, hang. That's really going to help. It's going to help with if you sit a lot. So if you're a person who sits behind the desk a lot, it's going to help decompress the spine. You don't even have to hang on it. You just have to hold it. Your feet can still be on the ground, but let your body sink, right? And that's what's going to help with that. Right now, I'm going to try to find some local street food for breakfast. And as I'm doing that, I'll give you a shot of this beautiful sunrise, beach. Look at this. It beats being back from where I am, back in Canada, because they have a huge snowstorm. So I'll definitely take all this over, I don't know how many inches of snow that they have going on over there, but who doesn't love to live here, eh? Hey everybody, how's it going there? Let me know where you're from. And would you love to be waking up to this instead of maybe where you're at currently? Looks like there's a ceremony on the beach this morning. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It could be anything from the Lunar New Year is coming soon. Hey, how are you? I see some Korean folks here, and I don't know how to say your name, but welcome. Yes, I am in Vietnam. It's amazing. The weather here is fantastic. like I said, like there's, I think it could be a funeral. Usually they burn things if it's a funeral here, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But yes, this is the morning here so far in Nha Trang, Vietnam. If you have any questions about Vietnam, right? I'm not an expert on it, but we've been living here for close to a month for a year of travel. Right, my family and I sold everything from Canada, and now we're on the road for about a year and just navigating life with kids, living abroad. We started in Japan. We had to for a few months, then we went to Thailand. Oh, welcome. Yeah, how is Korea? That's one place that I've always wanted to visit, or my family and I have wanted to visit, but we haven't gotten there yet. You know, my two daughters love listening to K-pop all the time, so yeah, this is amazing scenery here. Look at this. Yeah, I'm glad you guys caught some of the sunrise, right? Because it's so early. It's just shortly past 6. And look, there's already so many people out in this beach. Right? So, yeah, if I was back in Canada, I'd be freezing too. And luckily, I'm not there where the temperature is about, I think, anywhere from like -20 to -30. So I will take this, wake up in the morning, mid-20s, the beach, the tide going out, the sun is just coming up, right? Everybody's out and about. And what's amazing is, look, they have all this equipment for people to use, right? And it's free to use, and you see so many people, so many scooters and bikes, and everybody's just out and about. So even when you wake up in the morning, you kind of want to do something because it kind of gets your energy up, and that's one of the biggest things, right? So if you are, if you're into fitness, if you're not into fitness, that's okay. What it is trying to get that energy up, right? Anytime you feel moving and you feel happier, you're going to want to do more stuff. So, and hopefully you can hear me well. I was going to do a different setup today, but I didn't get a chance to get that all set up. But I'm just using my phone. I'm using a relatively cheap earpiece, so hopefully the audio is okay. But yeah, it is, I'm walking. I'm going to try to find some street food. Let me know if you have any questions about, what, if you're thinking about traveling, if you've ever been to Vietnam. Right? So these are just pieces of equipment that I've been using every morning, right? Because they're just here, and you can see there's locals working out, moving around. Yeah, has anyone ever been to Vietnam? What's your take on it, or is it a place that you've thought about coming? Because it wasn't an easy thing for us to just sell everything that we own and then decide to take our kids out of school for a year, change everything, and then come and live in a different country. Yes, it was quite difficult. We still have to find some food. But yeah, there's another. Wow, there's a lot of people in the water already this morning. I don't know if you can see out there. Yeah, there's already a lot of people out there. Yeah, Vietnam wasn't a top destination, but some of our neighbors have visited, and we had some friends who come here, and they've always said Vietnam was very, very nice to me. It was a nice place and underrated place to visit. And yeah, I'm so happy like that that we actually made the choice to come here, because we went to Thailand. Like I said, and Thailand was amazing. But for me, I enjoy Vietnam just a little bit more. I think it's more my vibe and what I like. Yeah, and if you haven't, if you're new to my channel, I'm glad you're watching. If you haven't subscribed, please give me a hit that little subscribe button, hit the like button so that shares it to other people. You know, maybe they can catch the Vietnam and Nha Trang sunrise this morning too. It's pretty amazing here. Like I said, it wasn't easy for us just to come here, but now we've been in Vietnam for about a month or so before we leave for our next country. So that's pretty fascinating too. But here is the local traffic. So you've probably heard about how crazy it is to navigate the Vietnam traffic with scooters and everything. And it is. Right now this is calm because there's actually a crosswalk here. And there isn't very many crosswalks in Vietnam. So sometimes it's a little harder to navigate when there's no crosswalks and you've got tons of these scooters. No, I don't do this live every morning. I try to do it like at least once a week to kind of catch a sunrise and to do some exercise, show people, you know, what's possible and where they can be when they're doing this. Hopefully you can still hear me because it's quite noisy with all the scooters and everything. But no, I don't do this live every morning. It'd be a little bit too much going live for me right now, because I still have to make sure I get the kids up, get some breakfast going for them. So, but I do enjoy getting up in the morning and just going for these walks. So that's the other thing, you know, when you're visiting new countries, to explore and to be out of the more touristy area. Because we chose Nha Trang for a reason, right? It was, from what we were researching, it was less crazy, less busy than like Ho Chi Minh or like Hanoi. So we decided to Nha Trang because we also wanted some of the warmth and beach and the beach feel. So this time we actually did that. And for us, it's a decent place to be. Still a little bit more touristy than we would like. We like a little bit more local. So when we go and visit other places, like Korea, right? Like I'd love to be able to be in a more residential area and then go and explore from there. So, but yeah, all I'm doing right now is getting going for some local breakfast. There's so much activity going on. Always tons of these street stalls, lots of little stalls with food first thing in the morning, and that's what I'm going to be. Yeah, you're very welcome. Like it's been going on about 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut this live in a couple of minutes because I'm going to stop off at one of these stalls, grab some food for my family for breakfast this morning, and then from there, hopefully you've subscribed to my channel, and from there, you know, I'm going to try to do lives, like I said, lives at least once a week if I can. I'm going to try to do, so I know today's Wednesday, I'm going to try to do either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday mornings to do this. And so the next places we'll be traveling from, hopefully you'll see some different areas that I'm going to be exploring, and maybe even different countries. Because after this, after Nha Trang, where we're at right now, we're going to actually be heading to Da Nang this weekend. So by the time I do another live, I'll probably be in Da Nang, Vietnam, and from there you'll get my experiences through that. We'll be in a week in Da Nang, and then after Da Nang, we'll be in Hong Kong. So you'll get to see few different countries as they're still traveling. We'll be traveling until mid-year this year, so lots of things going on. So hopefully you've enjoyed this live. I'll do a better job with the camera and audio for next time. All right, so thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.